Hi Virgo, welcome to Sophquest. You may have noticed we have moved from Sophquest Energy to Sophquest, a brand new channel. I wanted to get the metrics starting fresh with YouTube since my other channel went stagnant for quite a while. Relocations, many reasons. We lost some people in our family and life changed a lot. And so I'm starting fresh now with Sophquest, and I want to let you know that I'm going to be bringing you videos every week for every sign, and we'll talk a little astrology, we'll read some cards. A picture's worth 1,000 words, and so I know that they can evoke thoughts and feelings and perspectives that perhaps you would not have taken that precious sacred time to yourself to listen to yourself about your own life. And if I could be that voice in the wind that maybe helps you do that, then that is anything and everything that I've ever really wanted. So I'm here to be helpful to you, and I hope that I am. I pray over each and every reading, and I'm going to pull you a card today from the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, because we're having a full moon, lunar eclipse in Sagittarius in the middle of the week on the 26th, and Sagittarius is about the world map, isn't it? Right? So I thought that's a perfect oracle. Let's pull one of those. All right. These were pre-shuffled, yes, Virgo, but I'm going to go ahead and give another quick shuffle for you and see. For Virgo, for the week of May 24th through the 30th, during a full moon, lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. Virgo. That one. Spirit of place. Oh, that is gorgeous. I'll read this to you because we're in Gemini season, so I'm going to be reading from the oracle books a little bit. I think the writers don't get enough airtime. And Colette Baron Reed happens to be a good writer. So, Spirit of place for you, Virgo. I love that so much. I think you're going to have a very philosophical week. Yes, I do. All right, and also I'm going to pull 9 cards from the Tarot of Mystical Moments. This is by Katrine Welch-Stein, and it's just, the surrealism is beautiful, and I love it, and it felt very Gemini to me in some ways. So I love that. Gemini season began on the 20th or 21st, depending on where you are in the world. So a little lighter, brighter energy, fast thinking, quick movement, lots of communication. And then, of course, at the end of the week, we're going to station retrograde. Mercury stations to go retrograde. And so that's going to be revisiting and redoing some things, rethinking about things, and re-examining things. We're really learning, aren't we? I mean, especially with a full moon eclipse in Sagittarius, that is real open-mindedness. And, you know, Sagittarius is also about our belief system. So, you know, we're taking some things that were so solid, so set in stone, and asking the question, but is there a better way? Is there a way to do this in a way that has more soul, more heart, right? More one humanity in mind, that kind of thing. All right, so those are very well shuffled, and I'm going to cut the deck for you, Virgo, and we'll get started. 9 cards from the Tarot of Mystical Moments for the week of May 24th through the 30th. We have the Hangman. I'm going to show you these one by one. Emperor, 9 of Wands, 5 of Swords, King of Swords, King of Cups. You are large and in charge this week, Virgo. The Justice. Wow. 4 of Swords. Okay. 5 of Cups. Well, Virgo, you're going through something, aren't you? Now, while I take a look at your spread, if you would please take 3 deep cleansing breaths with me to bring down the cortisol and bring up your serotonin and dopamine levels in the brain, get a little more clear-headed. Okay, wow. That's a big message. The bottom of the deck for you, I see the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, I do believe that this is a huge time of change for you, and I can see that you are really trying to move something from negative into positive. You're trying to transmute something here, Virgo, and I think you're doing it because you care so very deeply about whatever it is that's going on. So let's read Spirit of Place for you, okay? From the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. And because it's Gemini season and Gemini is about communication, speaking, and writing, I'm going to read. Spirit of Place. Authenticity is the essence of power. Our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it or embodying it. Just as we have a soul, the plants, trees, birds, mountains, and rivers have their own essences. When the Spirit of Place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about a struggle? The answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than long for it. Once you find the essential truth that underlies your question and then name it, you'll discover the answer you've been seeking. Your greatest power is your authenticity. Wow. Do you see what I mean? Philosophical week for you. And of course it is. Jupiter is the planet of Sagittarius, and the full moon is in Sagittarius. It's very important to stay open-minded right now and take in the lesson of what Jupiter helps us realize. That expanding our minds, learning whatever it is that we're having to learn as we struggle through life, learning how to be human, how to love one another and take care of our planet together, all of that, right? Virgo, you know better than most how to have reverence for the plants and the trees and the birds, all things that are natural. You understand the importance of the health of your own body and that it's a vessel. But you also think so very much and so deeply about what is good, what is right, what is virtuous, that when your mind gets racing, because Mercury is a fast planet and it makes the mind race, you can focus too much on the details and trying to get everything just so right. Because the righter it is, the more virtue it has, the better it is. And so I respect that about you. But it can be a struggle because it very often will put us in a place where we feel like we have to dot every I and cross every T and be as absolutely perfect as we possibly can be. And I think we're starting this week wanting to be in this spirit of place, taking a breather, and you'll see that here in a minute. But I think you might be starting the week a little upside down and trying to see something through a different perspective and asking yourself, how in the heck? I'm not sure if I can swear on the channel without getting dinged, but I really want my channel to do well, so that is not something I would normally say. I'd just say hell. But how in the hell, okay, did that happen? Whatever just happened. The Five of Swords is lose-lose. Somebody got hurt because they felt slighted, they felt taken advantage of. And I think it was an injustice. And I think that your sense of fairness has you upside down with something. It just wasn't fair. Wasn't fair to you. And you are really, at this point, trying to see things through someone else's perspective and make the sacrifice of judgment. You're going to sacrifice your judgment. You're not going to judge. You want to. You know, I think you want to be judge, jury, and executioner. That was wrong. I get it. I do. But in the end, I think what's more important here is your peace of mind. And you don't necessarily need to understand why someone did what they did or why someone changed something last second. And you just, you know, you've thought about it. You've worked on it. Whatever you've been doing it like an emperor. Like you've been in charge. Okay? And King of Swords, decisive about it, in charge. Maybe having, again, such detailed control over every single little aspect of whatever it is. This could be at work. This could be in a relationship. I don't know which for which one of you. So take what resonates for your life and receive the message with an open heart that the universe is aligned in a way that you're supposed to take in this week. That if you can get out of your head for a little while, you'll find your peace of mind and it'll bring you back to here. So, rest, recouping, healing your heart, having peace of mind that whatever it was, whatever that Five of Swords was, it hurt, it sucked, it wasn't nice, it felt unfair, it felt unjust. And now you want to take control and you want to make the decision to, you know, just write it. But in the end, I think you decide just to have peace of mind. You just decide, I'm not going to let it bother me. I'm just not going to let it bother me. I'm not going to judge it. I'm not going to label it. I'm not going to fight against it. Because if I did that, I would be sacrificing my own peace of mind. Where is it? I'd be sacrificing my own peace of mind. And I want to stay in the spirit place and feel like I belong. And I'm at the right place at the right time, in the now, appreciating life, revering life. And then you can get back to that place, your center, Virgo. Instead of being judge, jury, and executioner here, you know, wanting to write everything, you're just going to understand that it was never in your control in the first place. You just felt the heavy responsibility to get the outcome that, you know, worked for everybody, because you really are such a trier, aren't you, Virgo? You try so hard. So, you know, that ends up putting you in the position where when things go wrong, or when you can't control people, can you? You can't. You just have to accept people the way they are. Accept what happens the way it happens. And find your peace of mind with it. So, yeah. 9 of Wands. You put a lot of effort into whatever this was. Big time. And it took time. You sacrificed a lot of time, a lot of energy, a lot of hard work. You were responsible and practical. And it took a while. Because the Wheel of Fortune is, you know, okay, this is a pretty big change, a cycle change. So it's probably been a good 6 months. That's what I want to say. At least. And you've been scarred by it. There have been times you've asked yourself, oh, maybe I'll just quit. But you're not going to quit. You've already made the decision that you care too much to quit. Right under the 9 of Wands is this. The King of Cups. You're just going to go with the flow of life. You're going to trust. And that is so in alignment with these energies. You know, Neptune is big time involved here too with Jupiter in that T-square. It challenges us to remain positive. It really does. And it challenges us to learn to have greater perspective of universal unconditional love. Forgiving people. Forgiving someone when they're not fair. And allowing for the tide to just roll in and roll out. That's love, man. You know, that's your mind and your heart saying, I'm rising above it. These are both kings, right? That's mastering the suit of air, mastering the suit of water. You're thinking and you're feeling. You're mastering that. You're saying to yourself, I'm going to rise above it. So the justice is that you keep your peace of mind, despite the fact that you had to let go of something. Yeah, you lost something, you mourned something, you cried about something, it hurt. It's 5 of Cups. And you can't quite let go of it yet. This week, I think you're going to be in your feels. I do. But the oracle here for you is, and in the bottom of the deck, the energy here is, this is the time of change. And I think one of the things that I'm supposed to say to you, Virgo, is where's your happy place right now? Right now, today. Where's the place that you can go where you can take 3 deep breaths, kind of get one with nature? Is it a yoga studio? Is it your own little garden in the back? You know? Is it a place that you go on daily walks? Is it petting your dog? Is it your favorite blanket? Is it that great old album you've listened to for 20 years? Because that spirit place, that's where you need to go. Because that's where your healing is. And then everything will be right with the world again. That's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do, Virgo. Take care of you. Take care of you. Okay? I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude. I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you again next week. Thank you so much. Sorry about that. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate you, and I do hope you'll give me a thumbs up, that like, and a subscribe. If you're enjoying the content on my channel, if you were a Sophquest Synergy subscriber, please do subscribe here now that we've moved the channel. I'm here at Sophquest, okay? So I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you again next week. Thanks, Virgo. Bye.